In our previous section, we have seen the problem related to the backdoor link when we were using the OSPF on our customers' devices. So now today in this module, we will discuss another problem that is created due to this backdoor link if we use EIGRP on our customers' devices. So what exactly is the problem? So let's say we have this 8.8.8. So just keep in mind that we are running the EIGRP between the customized devices and the PE devices on both sides. So on between R8 and R1 we are running EIGRP, and on R1 we have mutually redistributed EIGRP into BGP and BGP into EIGRP. Likewise, on R4 we have done the mutual redistribution, and also from uh, between R4 and R6 we are running EIGRP, and we do have one backdoor link between R8 or between one CE to another CE of the different site, and on the backdoor link as well we are running EIGRP. Okay, so now let's consider this situation that we have one prefix here at R8 8.8.8.8. So CE1 or R8 will advertise this particular prefix to R1, who is the PE1, into EIGRP, right? Then R1 is going to redistribute this particular prefix into BGP so that it can send this particular information to PE2, right? So now finally PE2 receives this particular information, right, from R1, right? And when R4 receives this particular prefix 8.8.8, so R4 is receiving it via the IBGP neighbor, right? So for IBGP neighbor, what is the AD value? The AD value is 200, right? For the IBGP LAN routes. So for 8.8.8, R4 is receiving, R4 is assigning the AD value, that is 200, because it is a IBGP LAN route. Now, R8 is also sending this particular route via the backdoor link to R6, because we are also running EIGRP here, right? Now, between R6 and R4 also we are running EIGRP. So R6 is also going to advertise this particular subnet into EIGRP to R4. So now R4 is going to redistribute 8.8.8 into BGP, right? And when R4 redistribute 8.8.8.8, which it learned from R6 into BGP, that will be a self-advertised route, right, into the BGP table. And for the self-advertised routes, what is the weight? It's 32768. That is why now for R4, the best path for 8.8.8 is not via the PE1, but it will be via R6, right? So this is the problem. So now what is the solution of it? The solution of it is the BGP coast community. You do not need to give any special command. It is already by default running into the background. So how does it works? Let's find out. Just to save time, on the PE devices, I have already configured EIGRP, and also I have done the mutual redistribution of EIGRP into BGP and vice versa. So now let's configure the EIGRP on our customer edge devices. So let's go to R8. So I am on R8 now. I will say router EIGRP, let's say 100 summary, and let's enable EIGRP on all interfaces. To show history, let's enable EIGRP on R6 as well. Or I think we enabled it on R6 now. Show IP EIGRP interfaces. Now let's do it on R8 as well. So now EIGRP is up. You can see if I do a show IP EIGRP neighbors. So now R8 is having two neighbor. One is the PE router and the second one is the uh, R6. So via the backdoor link, right? Now let's check at R4. So R4 is receiving the 8.8.8 subnet or prefix via R1 via the MPLS backbone and also via R6, and also it is redistributing it into the BGP process. So the self advertisement, the weight will be 32768. So it should consider this, but because of the BGP coast community, it is still accepting the route from R1 and assuming it the best path. Now let's check out into the configuration. If we check at R4 and if I do a show BGP VPN v4 unicast for 8.8.8/32, I need to mention all. So now if you check here, BGP, there is a term pre best path here, right? And its value is 128. It's the by default value is it's called the POI, the point of insertion value. It is telling the router, the provider as router, that you need to consider the cost. This is the cost which PE2 is receiving. So this is the EIGRP cost, EIGRP cost or EIGRP metric value, cost value it is receiving. So before the best path selection, it needs to consider this value. Okay, so it does not look into the best path selection criteria that BGP normally does. So it do like this weight, locally injected routes, local preference, is path and all. So it is not going to check the best path selection. So before that, it is going to check the cost value that it is receiving from the PE1 router, and into the MPLS VPN, PE1 is not going to add any additional cost or metric into the EIGRP metric that it learned from the customer edge devices. Even you can check, if you check like this, if I do a show IP EIGRP VRF customer B topology or links. So now you can see 8.8.8 it is receiving from the PE. You can see here they clearly mention it, VPN v4. So this is the information that PE2 received from PE1 via the VPN v4 update, right? And secondly, you can clearly see here that it is also receiving the same information from R6, right? But if you check into the VRF table, if you do a show IP route VRF customer B, the for the 8.8.8 still it is uh, accepting it via the PE1. So the best path is via PE1, not via R6. But you can see here clearly that it is receiving the information from R6, right? So this is the benefit of coast community. So when we are using the coast community, then the BGP best path selection criteria will come into picture if the coast is same from uh, the different neighbors, right? So before the BGP best path selection, it is going to see the coast value. So now you can see here into the EIGRP topology for 8.8.8, the VPN v4 route is having the lower metric, right? So that is why it is accepting the VPN v4 update. So this is the use of BGP coast community, that it will bypass, or it will bypass, it is going to just skip the BGP best path selection criteria to number two. So the very first thing that the PE device is going to check the coast or the metric that it is receiving. After that, it is going to check the best path criteria if required, right? But now let's check on our customer edge devices. If we do a show IP route, so I'm on R8. Now you can see at R8, the best path is via the backdoor link, right? Because if we do a show IP EIGRP topology, all links, so now you can see it is receiving the 6.6.6 subnet via R6 as well, and from R via R1 as well. R1 is here 18.1.1, and via R6 as well. But the R6 is the best path. So if you already seen my video for the sham link, we need to make sure that there is a I mean, the like in the sham link, we configured the high OSPF cost on the backdoor link. So in case of EIGRP, what we can do is we can configure high delay on the backdoor link, so that R8 and R6, they can make the best path via the ISP MPLS backbone, right? So because if we do a trace route here, I am on R8. If I do a trace route like 6.6.6 using the source loopback 0, now you can see the R8 and R6, they are going via the back-to-back link. If I do a trace route from here, source loopback 0, they are going via the back-to-back link, via backdoor link, because they do have the uh, low metric, right? So what we can do is, on the backdoor links, on our customer edge devices, we can set high delay. Let's say interface fast Ethernet is 0 by 1, and I will say delay, let's say 5000. Same we can do on our customer edge device 2, interface fast Ethernet is 0 by 1, delay 5000. Now let's wait. Show IP route EIGRP. Take a while. Now you can see, because of the high delay, now R8 is going via the MPLS backbone, right? If you do a trace now, you can see it started going via the MPLS backbone. So this was all about the OSPF coast community. Sorry, not OSPF. This was all about the BGP coast community. So let me quickly brief about this. So this was designed earlier, especially when we were using the EIGRP on our customer edge devices. So because of the mutual redistribution, which is happening at the provider edge devices, and we are also running EIGRP on our back-to-back link or the backdoor link. So R4 is also receiving the same information from the customer edge device, and when it redistributed into the BGP process, because then it will be a self-advertised route, the weight will be 32768, and because weight comes at the top of the BGP path, best path selection, it is going to make it as a best path instead of the MPLS backbone route that it received from the PE1. So that is why the BGP coast community was designed. And when PE devices sees the BGP coast community, and even we see here what was the value, or it says the pre-best path. So it means that before the best path criteria, it needs to check. So this coast will be verified before the best path selection. That is why now R4 is not going to make the best path selection based upon the BGP best path criteria that it was earlier doing. So it was considering the weight. So this is the use of best path, I mean BGP coast community. And also we need to make sure that we have the high delay on the backdoor link if we are using the EIGRP, right? And in case of OSPF, as we discussed in shambling, uh, we need to make sure that the cost is high on the back-to-back or the backdoor link. So this was all about BGP coast community. If you like my videos, I would request you to share, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.